Okay, all my spoons have been primed with a gray primer, 1500 gray, and I'm going to begin with pure white to see how it is. I used the thinner that came with the product. Let's see how it looks. Begin with the white. Alright, let's let that dry and we'll move on to the next color. Okay, next up is the foundation gray. Let's see how this works. Clearly it's gray already, but let's just put it on so we can cover all aspects of this. Move on to the next color. Alright, next up is the pure yellow. Somebody's probably going to tell me I should have primed this white so it's a lot more clear, but this gray should be fine. There we go. That's a decent color. Alright, that's good. Next color. Next up, it's going to be the pure red. Let's see how this works. Ooh, that is a sexy red. Look at that. Even wet looks nice. Jesus. Alright, let's now move on to the next one. Next up, pure blue. Let's get this one ready. Another good looking color. Nice and sexy. Alright, let's now move on to the next one. The last paint is going to be the light gunmetal. And this one I had to spend a lot of time mixing it because the actual metallic version of the paint, the one that was metallic, was settled in the bottom of the bottle while everything was all black. So I spent a lot of time mixing it with the stirrer, and I finally got it to the right, I believe the right, the right consistency of pigment. So let's try this now. Don't know if it's needs a little bit more. I think now it's coming out nice. I think. I don't know. Looks a little rough though. Did I put enough thinner on this? I did. I put like 3 drops of this plus 2 drops of the thinner. Let me just waste it all. I'm not going to use this anything. There's only a few drops in there. There we go. Alright. That's light gunmetal. Let's give it a few moments to dry and review the colors. Alright, so here are all the colors on display. And I'm going to display all spoons now that they're dried. And at least it'll be a lot easier to see here. First, I'm going to put the control of the Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 gray. I had 1200 before, but that dried out. So this one's the control. Right now, the white. Here's what the white looks like. And unfortunately, there's a little scarring here, and that's because while I was moving around, this fell on the floor. I didn't realize it, and then I stepped a little bit to the little chipped it there. And yeah, what are you gonna do? But showing that this is how the original white of the plastic is, and with the paint, I do see it's very good solid pigmentation, very smooth. So that's a good white. That's a good test for the white. For the foundation gray, here's the gray. And the gray is a little darker, even though I've used a gray primer under it. It is, again, very fine, very smooth. Little bumps there, but that was because of the air is not certain. You know, there's a little dust here, but it does look very nice. And here's a comparison between this and the other one. See that? So that looks really nice. The yellow. That looks pretty good, though. And to use yellow as a point of reference for some other kits, like here's a yellow for the masking tape, but you can actually tell that it's a little darker in a way. So right now off the bat, somebody says that you should have used white, pure, maybe using the pure white as the undercoat for this. That will probably benefit from this, and I should have done that as a test. Didn't think about that at that moment. I may do that as a test later on, but as for what it is, it looks good. It's pretty okay. So there's yellow. The red one is the one that knocked it out of the park. Look how strong that red is. Absolutely gorgeous. Pure red is clearly pure red right there. And then for the pure blue, this pure blue looks very nice, but it feels a little oversaturated. I don't know, because I did try to even it out and spread it out a bit, and unfortunately, even though the lighting doesn't do it justice, when I look at it, it looks a little dark. When I look at it on camera, it looks a little light. And obviously, if I do this without the light hitting it, maybe diffusing the light, it shows what I'm seeing. And then if I remove it, the light shines it up a little bit more. I don't know. So I want, and I should have done this as a test, but I don't have what I was looking for, because I wanted to do maybe lighten this up a bit, or use another blue that's a little lighter if I'm planning to do a two-tone color with the Tallgeese 3 with the blue. So we'll keep that there for now. And then finally, and this is where I'm a little, not completely disappointed, but now that I see that it's dried up, it looks okay. Here is the gunmetal, or what referred to as the light gunmetal, which in reality, when you look at it, it doesn't seem to be light at all. It feels a little too rough, and maybe I maybe didn't do the didn't do enough thinner on it. But then again, this took me a while to actually mix this up, because this silver part, this metallic part, is like is almost crushed inside from the bottom, and I'm going to have to keep the bottle maybe upside down, so maybe these particles, these pigments, can you know, go down to the bottom and start to mix around a bit. And I'm gonna have to get myself a hand mixer, or like an not hand mixer, excuse me, a electrical mixer to mix this up. So what do you think of this test? Do you think this is substantial? Maybe for those who already has this paint, let me know if you've tried it or anything like that. Let me know if it's well worth it to use it. I am definitely going to use it on this kit. This is obviously pretty much almost all the colors here, you could say. And as a final test, I want to do pre-shading, but I had a thought of how to do the pre-shading. Do I do pre-shading with the black undertone, or do a pre-shading with another undertone, and that is blue? So what I did was I took one of these paint. It was actually supposed to be this one, but I chose the wrong one, and I wanted it to make a pre-shade. So half of it would be the blue, and the other half would be black. Now, unfortunately, I do not have black, so I had to use the marker. So I did this. I don't know if you guys can see this properly. The pre-shading of the light tone blue here was done with this paint, and then this was used with a marker, which I use that as kind of like a test bed to see how I could see it visually. But I kind of like the pre-shading of the blue, and I'm saying to myself, would it be nice to pre-shade the Tallgeese with a blue undertone? What do you think about that? Should I do something like that, or should I forego pre-shading and just do solid colors? Something to think about, but for now, let us continue with this. Let's begin build. Let's take, let me start cleaning up the parts and reviewing them, and let's see what we can do.